everybody, welcome in. Let's see if it connects. It shows it. We are live. Okay, cool. So, what have we been up to? Well, a few things. We started readjusting our TikTok. We started readjusting our Purple app and getting things all set up in our overlays, and have been doing all the stuff in preparation for our Death Knight, who's here, and we are so ready to go. I am so excited. We did our first playthrough with him last night, which was awesome. Part of that was getting all the skills and figuring that stuff out, and really wanting to set up a few things. So here's what I'm doing. One of the things I'm setting up, you guys, is I am setting up our we have like our Discord and all of that. Now, part of that, if you guys have seen my channel, if you guys had seen just a little bit of it, you know that I'm trying to build into a community and trying to get people who want to hang out and have fun and let's start a guild on World of Warcraft, right? So to do that, you guys, I have a new thing, okay? I just launched any of the subscription stuff that if you want to join in, that now you can. While we're still waiting to hit to affiliate over on the Purple app, you guys can come on in over on TikTok and we can do the same thing. Now, there are perks to everything. Part of that, including is 3 tiers. Essentially, if you start out in the basic subscription is Scout for $2.99, Hunter for $3.99, and top tier $5.99 is the pack leaders. Now, if you want to be part of the pack leaders, what that means is you essentially become in as part of the guild leaders as well. Of course, there's stickers and all sorts of stuff. You get exclusive lives. You get to join into the games. We get to pick games. You get priority chats, things like that. But especially being in the pack leaders, one of the things that you guys get, and this is one of the special things that's very just unique to me, with what I do for a living, you guys get to see some of that backstage. So when I go to these shows and I'm working, and you guys want to see what it's like to be out on tour and what that's going on, guys get to see that, as well as some of the production stuff for how I do my setups here, to if we just want to hang out and have fun. Hey gamer, what's going on, man? I'm doing good. Yeah, sorry mate, it has been pretty busy. But one of those things is just I'm not really interested in some of that other stuff. So yeah, sorry. Anyways, getting back onto that, guys. One of the things that we want to do is we are starting up on our Blood Knight. Beauty King. Love to connect add-on. Yeah, sorry. So that's one of the things, you guys, and I'm just going to put that out there now, just so you guys are aware, that if you guys are trying to do any of the overlay stuff, I'm not interested in design. I appreciate it, but I have my own team for that. I have my own people that I go to that I love their stuff and want to continue using that. I'm supporting them. So just fair warning for you guys to know. Okay, getting back onto this. We are going to go ahead and launch into our World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic as we start in again on our Blood Knight, this time day 2. Now, getting that set, we have our drink. We're ready to relax and sit back. Alrighty, I know it is giving us a bit of an update real quick. Once we have our update all finished, then we'll be coming in on there. All right. As for a Friday, I know that everybody has a lot of things that they could be doing, but somehow you ended up on the TikTok. And I so much appreciate that. Part of that is us coming in here. We get to play World of Warcraft together. If you're interested in playing World of Warcraft together or joining the guild, I got to get to a level that I can actually create a guild, but we are creating a guild. And we're not just creating it over here, we're also on just Kata Classic. We're also doing a hardcore guild because, guys, we have a few other creators that are on TikTok that want to be part of this. We have Felix Phoenix. He's typically running Spider-Man content, and he's wanted to join in the Cataclysm stuff. He's playing a fire mage. We have our buddy that's over on hardcore, who's Healthy Dad. And so if you want to play World of Warcraft while riding a bike underneath your desk, I have one right here. He was the one who actually encouraged me into that because he's been doing that. He's been doing like 20 miles a day on a bike, while, if not more, while playing hardcore, which to me is like even more hardcore. It's so awesome. So part of that, we just want to make sure that we're promoting you guys, that you guys are loving what you're doing, that you're having fun with that. Now, part of it for me today, what I've been doing is I've been substitute teaching. And the reason why I substitute teach is because when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was play drums. That's all I wanted to do. In fact, I would get in trouble because I would skip school to play drums in the band room. And now when I started out, you basically had 4 options. At my hometown, you either went into the military, went and worked at the mill, or you ended up on drugs, or a combination of those, or you left and went to college, right? So, making sure here, we do have our sound. I'm going to turn this down just a hair. We're going to load it anyway. Okay. So, let's go to our add-ons and see which things are ready to go. Mode. Plunderstorm? Okay, this is not the one that we want. I don't know why it loaded irregular. Cataclysm Classic. Here we go. Bam. That's the one we care about. Kata Classic. Right? So part of that was this. I wanted to get out of my small hometown and do music. That's what I really, really love. That's what I wanted to do. And I did it. Now, part of that, why I substitute teach a couple times, is because what I want to do is I want to help encourage people to follow their dreams, whatever it may be, right? Your BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. Now, your BHAGs, ooh, I'm getting some things, there we go. Feeling like we are having some lag there. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna check us out right here, see how our everything is doing. Okay, it's looking good. Yep. Okay. So that should be fine. I'll go ahead and close this out. That'll save out on the bandwidth. But part of that was this, okay? Ooh, wow. Wow. This should not be lagging this much. Okay. I think we're okay now. That was strange. Okay. But your BHAGs are this big, hairy, audacious goals. What that means, you guys, is that no matter, maybe you want to be a famous streamer. Maybe you want to go into the music industry and tour as a musician. Maybe you want to be an actor or a lawyer. Whatever it is that you want to be or do, there are people that are telling you you can't do that. And oh, here's this. That's because it was doing all that stuff. Okay, we're good to go. Now, you can do all that, but part of that is learning how to get there. What's the vehicle to get there? Well, most people think it's school. Okay, so I'm showing up, I'm in middle school teaching, and these kids are starting to learn what they might want to do. And part of that is this. They are there to do the work they have to do. But if they didn't have to do it, they wouldn't be there, right? Because that's not what they want to do. So school is great for teaching you how to do the things you have to do, but it's not necessarily great for teaching you the things you want to do. So I was there helping mentor these kids into thinking about what they want to be, how they want to grow, right? Um... Let's see here, but the let's see here, yeah. Going. Okay. Sorry. So part of that, yeah, you can absolutely do whatever you want to do, but just how do you get there? And so part of my goal is helping you guys get to those things. And so that's what I want with our community. Is I want us to be able to go and have fun and do those things and you know, be able to play World of Warcraft together and talk life and talk about what your dreams are and how to get there. Felix Phoenix wants to be a manga artist, so let's help him get there, you know? If somebody like me can tour in the music industry, then you guys can do whatever it is you want to do, right? Like, that's the thing. Okay, so we need to come up to here. All right. Let me answer that too. Okay. Just games. There it is. Cool. All right. So now that we're here, we can... Oop. I hate that you can't change back to the human on that. Oh. We did buy... Yeah, we bought the stuff we needed to. We didn't necessarily sell it, though. I do want to go back and sell that stuff real quick, just so I have an empty inventory to be able to do that. Yeah, I was thinking we maybe queue for a dungeon or something and try it out. Try our first time in tanking. Now, the question, though, is when... I thought we get taunt and stuff like that, right? Strangulate. Dark Command. Okay, so that's a level 65. Got it. So back up we go. Grab a drink while we're flying up. Oh, man. We should eventually dual spec as well. In which case, I'm thinking about going unholy for that. We want to go down below to sell, I believe. Yes. Here they are. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, actually, that might have given us enough gold to actually grab it. There was a couple other skills I think we needed. We can go up and see if we got them. All right, Frost Knights. Mind Freeze, Chains of Ice. 2. Okay, so Mind Freeze for sure. Okay, so Rune of Spell Break. Okay, so let's look into what kind of runes we need for... So that's Icy Veins for us here. Yeah, let's hear. Kata, Classic, DK. But we're doing Blood, DK, Rune Forge. So what they're saying in here is best gems, K, enchants, K. But we want more than just that. We're actually looking at their actual... Classic. Maybe it's in the enchants consumables. Not necessarily gems. Okay, consumables. Right. How about our builds, talents, and glyphs? Maybe it's in there. Okay. Prime glyphs. Right. We are looking for something a little bit more. Notable talents. Okay. Bladed armor. Great. But if we're looking here, I'm not seeing anything so far about what type of rune forging we'd need. Blood presence. Yep, rune forging. Okay, so let's look at this. Rune of Lichbane deals 2 extra weapon damage as fire damage. Okay, we don't have that. So we can do spell breaking or spell shattering. Your one-handed weapons reduce incoming spell damage. Nope. Your two-handed weapons reduce incoming spell damage. We know that eventually we want Rune of the Fallen Crusader, which that one comes at level 70. So we still got a little bit of time. I think we just... we train that up and then we leave it. Okay, so we got our Chains of Ice now. We have our Raised Dead. I'm gonna move that over here. Okay. Mind Freeze. Interrupting spell casting is part of it. Okay. We actually need... yeah, this is where we need to go. This already moved over, huh? So we need to... we're going to move our frame. And we're going to move our frame here as well. Lock it. Ooh. We'll go right about there. And I think that looks nice enough for me. Mom of Boys have joined. What's going on? Are you a World of Warcraft player as well? Let's see. And, you know, it was cool. I was actually listening to Asmongold's story about him playing World of Warcraft. I didn't know that he played with his mom. I think that is so cool. Like, my mom's pretty cool, but she does not play games. Like, does not. It's just one of those things. Chat appearance, dark mode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we turn those on. What else do we do? Chat appearance I don't care about as much. I just want to make sure that I can go in. And do some mod. I hate that I have to do moderation just because there's so many bots out there, you know? Like, not cool. All right. Expand. Oh, man. I thought I could... Settings. Let's see here. Go to mod settings. Mod settings on Twitch Chat. Navigate to the bottom of the chat window. Click the sword. There is no sword. What are they talking about? Let's see if we can... Let's see here. How to delete chats on Twitch live. Okay. Nope. Can't do that. So that's not true. The dragging chat thing. Okay, let's see how this goes. Chat settings. Yeah, what's weird is I don't have the sword and all that. Oh, I know why. Dirt. Helps if I'm actually logged into my thing. There it is. All right, let's pop out that chat again, and now we should be good to go. Sorry about that, guys. I hate having to be the bad guy on chats and all that, but Sometimes you just gotta do that. Okay, back into our thing. Twitch, the same name. Herp, yeah, I love the name. What's going on, man? Sorry, I just switched back over to the TikTok live things, which it should show up. Let's see if it does. Because, yeah, the chat is there. That's awesome. There we go. Here it is. Cool. Sorry, that was... Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. So I had to delete... Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I did have to delete a chat for... Unfortunately, sometimes you get some bots, and I just don't like that showing on the stream and all that stuff, because I don't want anybody to get scammed. That's the big thing. It's not as much for me, because I know they're bots, but yeah, for everybody else. I just started working on the actual chat filter for, like, getting... it's set up so it could show either TikTok or the Purple app, because I'm streaming to both, and that was the big thing. So, are you a World of Warcraft fan, or what brought you over here? How'd you find this? We have Behind the Scarlet Isles, so we got to travel down all the way this way. And also, happy Friday. Oh, heck yeah, man! Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, that helps me more than you know, too, because that puts me at 38 out of 50. We're so close to affiliate. And basically what that does is that allows me to create more options for you guys. Now, over on TikTok, I already have that stuff for you guys, but I'm trying to do that on Purple app, too, for you guys, so that way, whatever platform you're on, you can enjoy it, you know? The biggest thing is, like, we're creating community. Like, we have a couple other streamers that want to play World of Warcraft. You know, that are doing hardcore, that are doing Cataclassic, and it's kind of ranged between the two because some people either don't have the time for hardcore or it's just a little too much for them. Other people just prefer Cataclassic because you can play like Death Knight, you know, stuff like that. You have a few more expansion options, which is great. So we're doing both. We're trying to work into some guilds for both of them. We have a couple guys, Healthy Dad on one, who's leading over on Alliance, over on Doomhowl for hardcore, and then me doing the Bloodsail Buccaneers here on... oh, he ran away. Bloodsail Buccaneers on Cataclassic. So that's the big one. All right. Where's our guy? Here he is.
Masters will be done. We will ravage this land.
How is your Friday night going, man? Are you doing anything fun? Let's hear. Just supporting you, my guy gave. Oh, dude. Okay. Yes, sir. What was the advice for that? Let's see here. Yeah, I can understand falling. You know, you fall off and stuff like that later on. Yeah, awesome. The God Complex one, right? Like, what's crazy is I've been doing D&D for 7-8 years now, and it like just hit me this year of like, you know, these are good things that we all deal with, but we rarely talk about as DMs in a way that's like helpful for other people. And so that was part of it for me, is like I just want to help people out, man. Like, that's what I really want to do. Like, you'll hear me talking about like following like your goals and dreams, whatever it is. You know, I tour in the music industry. That's my main job. And if somebody like me can do that, then, you know, anybody could do anything. And so it's like, I just like helping people into that. And the God Complex thing was so true. Like, you get these players who are so in love with the game and they love combat and all these things, which are great, and you want them to, but man, sometimes they're like, well, that's not fair. And you're like, listen, The amount of times, the nonsense and shenanigans you cast on my own NPCs, this is very fair, right? And so it's like, how do you deal with players that want to, they want to feel invincible in the sense of like they want to be able to do strong stuff, but when it gets sent back to them, they're all of a sudden like, well, what the heck, you know?
I need to get closer.
And there's a way to go about it where you're not just like where they feel like they're just targeted, you know? Yes, sir. Okay, so let's hear about it. So what's the big bad you got planned? Oh, you know, I should be probably also throwing up my blood bones. You know what? I'm actually gonna switch those two down here because I know I'm gonna use blood bones more.
I can't cast that.
Click. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Instead of strictly causing damage if your diseases. Okay, we're not using a whole lot of diseases yet because they're still low.
Make it quick.
Oh, got a message. What she want? What's? Oh no, it's Eclipse. A new tremendous clip has landed. Awesome. Oh my gosh, it's like they're processing all the stuff. Eclipse is a really good one. So I don't know if you do any. Oh, nice. That was quick. Oh, dang. It's like everything started processing all of a sudden on that. David, welcome in, man. How you doing? Herp here and I are talking about some D&D baddies and like dealing with your party members and how to do that in a way that's like instructive and helpful, but still fun, where they don't feel targeted. But at the same time, too, they also realize they can't be necessarily everything. Bonk. Oh yeah. The dragon one honestly is good. Like if you do like Rime of the Frost Maiden, there is an instance where they come across really early on this big giant old white dragon. And why that's so important is because it shows them early on that they necessarily, while they can see these things and these things exist, it teaches them they can't necessarily fight their way out of every situation. Sometimes some things are going to be stronger than them. And of course that makes sense. You know, like if I walked into the gym on day one and thought I can lift 400 pounds, I'd be pretty foolish, right? You know, it's the same thing for D&D on that.
Ready yet.
I always forget. I really should be looking at my bar. There we go. Awesome. Who wants to talk but won't stand down for a fight? Okay. 8 people are all level 6, so they will last a few rounds, but long story short, it's the shards of Drakthir. If they attack him, he's going to Hulk Smash. Ooh, okay. And no TPK, but he will beat them into Simid. Yeah. No. That's not. Don't apologize for that. You are totally fine. 100%. Like, this is, like, that's why we're here, is to talk about those things, right? Like, it's a great story with a good way for the PCs to learn that they can't necessarily fight their way through everything as much as they want to try. And so now they're going to have to either persuade it or run away from it, or distract it. You know, that's pretty normal. And part of that, I think, like, these, especially when you have that many people at level 6, so right now they all have Fireball and extra attack, right? What that means is they think at this point they are gods, and there's so many of them that they are going to have a lot of attacks. If they hit the dragon, they could actually be doing quite a bit to it. If they don't, because it has high AC and high spell save, right? And you've had your work cut out for you. Okay, okay. How many of the players are new versus how many have played for a while? Because that if they're new versus if they're experienced. In my own experience, new players are actually easier to deal with. Crazy. I prefer groups. 5 are new, 3... Okay. Oh, they know... Okay, so they know the rules but haven't played. So would you say... Have they played Baldur's Gate? Because there's a new type of player now, too, that's kind of like that. That they're like, no, I've never played Dungeons & Dragons, but I have played Baldur's Gate. Yep. So, one thing to help with that. I explain... Yep. Yep. I explain it very simply for them. Baldur's Gate is a much more limited version of D&D. And they're going to go, limited? And you go, yeah. Because here's the thing. Here's the difference between D&D and Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, when you choose to play a class, while you can rearrange your stats, you're still limited to the mechanics of the actual damage and that stuff. You can't necessarily talk your way out of everything. You have pre-scripted ways to talk out of things. But you can't use minor illusion to say, I create a bush and then hide behind that bush for cover. Right? You can use minor illusion, but it doesn't really work the same way that it would in D&D. So any of the narrative, communicative, and illusion spells are far underpowered in comparison. So while you're playing actual D&D,
It's too far away.
They won't know that they have those options because they're used to the limitations of Baldur's Gate. So I always tell them, pretend you're in a book, not in a game. Pretend you're in a book. What would your characters do in the book? Like if I was going to read the page, what would my character do?
I'm out of range.
Yeah. Are you playing on the 2024 rules or the 2014 rules? You definitely want to go in this way. Tanya, what's going on? 2024 rules. So 2024 makes it actually pretty easy in some ways. Their rules in that book make it pretty good to learn how to play D&D, though there are some complications, but most of them are actually pretty easy. They break things down in a much more easier way to understand and to digest, which is really good. Whereas before it was kind of vague, now they address those problems. But you are also having to deal with extra things such as, yeah, because we're blood.
There's work to be done.
Such as like weapon mastery. That's really the biggest one. And then eventually doing, oh, not strongholds. I keep wanting to call them strong bastions. How you doing this weekend, Tanya? It is Friday night. Everybody could be anywhere or everywhere, and we chose to be here. What brought us here for the evening?
It's too far away.
And 0017.
I can't do
I almost read that as 7. Glad I caught that.
I can't cast that yet.
I'm really bad about using my death coil for the runic power. I just forget that I'm building it up, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, yeah, right. I actually have that stuff I can use. That's right.
Yes. We are done here.
All right. And yeah, this is Cataclysm Classic for those of you guys joining in. We actually have Herp here who came over. He met you guys over on TikTok as well. He was following some of my D&D content earlier. He's now over on the Purple app, followed me there. That if you guys like this kind of content, whether it's D&D, World of Warcraft, whatever game it is, come on in, just hit follow, and feel free to share if you know somebody who might like it. We are building. We have a Discord that we just started up that we're going to be building over. Where Lord Hadford? What's his deal? Lord Hadford slain. Lady? Oh, here he is. Oh. That's right. Does Death Coil still heal you? Great question. On this one, causing shadow damage to a target, healing. Yes, it does. Yeah. For the Discord, let me pull it up here. Actually, what am I doing? Perp again. There we go. And I'll send it to you guys too here in the Ticket to Talk. So if you guys want to join in, it is brand new. So we have one of our guys, the guy that I was telling you guys about earlier, who's joined in to doing Cataclassic, a guild on this side. He's starting out as a fire mage. Is Felix Phoenix. If you guys like Spider-Man, most of his stuff is he loves playing the new Spider-Man game, and so he's streaming that. It's pretty cool. Like, I like Spider-Man, but I've never been like a superhero guy. Marvel Rivals is fun. I was an Overwatch guy, but like because of that, it really like it gave me some new perspective on it, which was super cool. And so when I got to see his live, it was awesome. I helped him. He came into the game, which if you guys want to play, come on in. We learn together. I help level you up. I was able to get a character to 55, so apparently I'm doing okay so far. I guess it's debatable, but that's the thing. You're prepping your D&D, so you're here watching. Oh man, I appreciate that. When's your session? Are you doing that tonight, or is that this weekend?
Speak your peace. Ashes to ashes.
I was talking to my group. I originally was going to stream our sessions, but the thing with that was just more of a privacy thing that they were, like some people are a little nervous and shy, especially about their roleplay, so that's totally fine. So we're not streaming it, unfortunately, but we do tons of D&D content. Most of the time, like my shorts are usually on that, talking about DM problems. Tomorrow. Well, I thought about that, which I could do. If that's something you guys are interested in, I'll start streaming it. I just got to make sure to mute the Discord and stuff for it, so that way for those people, and it's a different Discord, so you guys don't have to worry. But yeah, just because I just want my players to feel good about it. So one of the things, I am a pro DM. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I have two groups. I was originally just doing one group. I mean, I run up to 3 or 4 groups at the same time. Some people have done more, but my current schedule, especially with streaming and then touring, I was like, I'm just doing one D&D campaign this year. And then I got a girls group that were like, help, we need a DM. And I was like, okay. So I tried to get them towards like some locations for that, and they were like, it did not work. I was like, all right, I'll DM them for you then. So absolutely learn a lot from watching. 21 episodes in of Critical Role. Yes. Although I will say this, be careful of Critical Role, because not that it's bad by any means. The problem is it's so damn good. So damn good. And part of that is because you have professional voice actors that are, some of them are also other actors, and they know how to create narrative, and they know how to talk to the DM to work out scenes ahead of time. So some of those scenes are scripted, not all of them, but some of them are set out on purpose to get a certain thing for it, right? Which is great. But then what happens is then people think that that's how all D&D is played, and then they come in there and they're like, well, nobody does the voices like Matt Mercer. Well, it's not as like polished. It's not as polished. It's a diamond in the rough, but that's part of the beautiful part to it. Greg, Tennessee, what's going on, man? I love that name. What part of Tennessee are you? I am Nashville based. The Nash. Let's hear Scarlet Courier's belongings and a message. But yeah. Yeah, they're professionals. Yeah. Yep. There is a lot to learn because it helps you get through scenarios and also helps you with players who might be struggling to... Maybe they don't necessarily have a way... You know, like they don't know exactly what they want to do yet, and this gives you more creative motive to help them. Need to be in a Scarlet Overlook. I thought that's what this was. Oh, I just have to cast it. Got it. Look at this tree. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh my god, that is so good.
Ability isn't ready yet.
Okay. That turns us to purple runes. Yep. Beautiful. Bingo. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, all good. I am actually really new to it, but I'm also not. What I mean by that is I started a long time ago during Legion when my friends were like, you should come play. And I said, awesome. And then within like a week, they moved on to a different game. And I was like, man. And so I've kept trying to come back to this game, but it never really stuck. This is a really guild-based game, and I love that, but I just didn't have a guild and all that, and I was like, well... And I got into Final Fantasy XIV and Guild Wars 2, and I'd been stuck on those forever. I love those games. But the Death Knight is my favorite class, as well as the Demon Hunter Vengeance. I love tank. I love playing tank. And the Death Knight fits all of my flavor and my theme. Clearly, Grim Gaming with the Grim with the wolf logo. I had to go Worgen with it. I love the Worgen plus the movement speed. And I was like, well, I think we're going to do it. I found a guy that was on TikTok. His name is Healthy Dad. And what he does is he plays hardcore WoW while he's on an exercise bike. And I was like, that's really cool. I can stream and lose weight at the same time. Which I have that under here. The problem is it's not very good. So the one that I got, I need to adjust a little bit. But he and I started talking. Turns out we're in the same industry for a lot of stuff, which is cool, like a work industry. So we were just chatting. And I was like, you should make like a World of Warcraft workout class. And he was like, that's funny. Like, we should do like a guild. And I was like, that would be cool. And so I was like, all right. And then when I started hardcore, I realized that I had been playing retail, which you level up so damn... Like, it's like speed running everything so you can get to end game content. Whereas, like, Cataclassic and hardcore is much slower. You're enjoying the journey. And for me, I really like that I can focus on a game and talk with you guys without being like too like, you know. I tried streaming Marvel Rivals and talking with you guys, and I was too locked in with whatever was going on in Marvel Rivals, and I just didn't like that. I like being able to talk with the chat, you know. And so that was it. And Cataclassic, they have Death Knight that I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. Because hardcore, I got my butt kicked, so I said I'll create like a Shadow Priest and start there, and if I like it in Cataclassic, I'll move over to doing that in hardcore. Then I have some sort of reference. And we finished the Shadow Priest to 55, and I could now do the Death Knight, so this is our second stream with him. I'm very excited about it. Like, I love their flavor, everything about it. Unholy, the frost, the dark, you know, great swords and axes, and they're like a hybrid mage melee. I love that stuff. Yeah, they look like they're a ton of fun. I like the skill types to him. I love that it's face tanking but self-sustain. Was that your main too? Yeah, they're so cool. Plus the story on them, Arthas and the Wrath of the Lich King, all of that is so good that I was like, I have to do it.
What can I do for you? See you around. Farewell.
Hey,
Have a good one.
level 59. Did I get new talents? Hey, okay. So we knew. Oh man, what was it? It wasn't Icy Veins on it. It was WoW Kata Classic Blood Decay. It was yeah. Here we go. Bingo bongo. Classes. Blood Death Knight. Okay. Give me my specs. It was looking at this. Oh my. No, I wanted to look at their talents, builds, glyphs. Here we go. That's where it was. Oh, weird. Why would this one that they go all with Blade Barrier? Okay, that's not the one that I was looking at before. Maybe it's because I'm leveling guide. Leveling tips and tricks. Here we go. Haha. Yes, so that's right, because I needed to come back in to do another level of Abomination's Might. Yes, and then I go into toughness. Alright, coming back over here. Sorry about that. When I played, I had one of every class. I put so much time into WoW. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, God, I got so many more talents. Okay. One in toughness was the next. And then it was improved blood presence. Increases your rune regeneration by 10%. Yeah. Critically hit. Yeah. In addition, frost presence or unholy presence, you retain 2 damage reduction from blood. Nice. Okay, so definitely that. We got 4 left. Blood Parasite. This is the one. This is a good one. I remember reading this. Melee attacks have a 5% chance to spawn a blood worm that attacks your enemies, and then it heals nearby allies. Just passively. That's so good. Oh, and they have me do Sanguine Fortitude as well. Icebound Fortitude, which I don't have yet, reduces damage taken by an additional 15 and costs 50% less runic power. Okay. They say Vampiric Blood temporarily grants Death Knight 15% of maximum health and increases the amount of health received from healing spells and effects. Dang. So you increase your max health and increase the amount that you receive. Got it. But we still have to finish. It was Sanguine Fortitude rank 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have. Yeah, it's 62 that I get Icebound Fortitude. Okay. Forgot how I got up there. Oh, that's one thing that I liked, was that they had the shapeshift form. What? Strange. Oh, it was probably for a quest. Yes, I'm disguised. That is correct. My bad. Yeah, I like them a lot. I think they're a ton of fun. They feel fun. They're busy, but they're not It's like, I don't feel like they're clunky. They look cool, great aesthetics. They are slow, but that's where Worgen comes in to help with that.
I will listen. For now, there's work to be done.
For some reason, I have that, like, I'm on vacation song. Oh, what the? Come here, you. Hello, my little bloodworm. Let's run this. Successful attacks grant. Nice. Bleh. Come here.
It's too far away.
And that one grants a shadow rune. That's it. Yeah. Oh. Can I? No, I can't use that yet because I'm still under the thing of the Lich King. I tried that before. I tried to use Scourge Stone and I couldn't. It used the cooldown though, which is kind of annoying. But, yeah. The cape just makes me laugh when he's running, you know? Oop. Okay, we have to go up here. And I think after creating the Shadow Priest too, the definite for me for hardcore is going to be Warlock. We've built 2 before, we lost both of them, but after playing Shadow Priest, while it's fun, in Classic, I think I much prefer to play the Warlock than the Shadow Priest, based off of what I was reading. Part of it is I like more AoE, and Shadow Priest does not have AoE, really. At least up to level 55. So, that was a big determining factor for me that I was like, yeah, it's fun, and it was also really gear dependent on its specs. As far as, like, if you were switching specs, whereas for Warlock, for your DPS all the way through.
Only to act by his
Give me those spalders. Ooh. Alright. We gonna go up for the blood. It's Lord Thorvald. Ooh, I get Strangulate. Ooh, I got some gold. Anything else I can get? Strangulate for sure, we need that. We're gonna get Blood Tap soon, which is also gonna be good. When do you get Mastery? 80? Okay.
ashes to ashes.
And dust to dust. Where is he? Rogue is a really good one for hardcore if you get into trouble. Yeah, I had seen that too. I had heard that. Maybe my problem was like I didn't give him enough of a chance. I tried Rogue on hardcore with Felix when he came on to start up his mage. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna create one fresh and we'll just start in the same zone and then we don't have to worry about anything. And I'll just help, like, we'll just level together. Sound good? He was like, yeah. So I created a rogue and it just, I felt like I wanted to keep comboing more, but I never had enough energy. And that was a big thing for me. I was like, I feel like I'm just stuck here, not being able to do anything. But granted, hardcore is slower. You are wanding more. Do I have Blood Boil? When did I get Blood Boil? didn't even put it in my thing. Jeez. Alright. And a silence, okay? Yeah, like, I think probably later on they'll be better once you actually have more of, like, their skills and stuff. But, again, this was only, like, 8 levels in, so it was not far, but... Yeah. Healthy Dad was playing a hunter, so for me, I was like, I'm gonna keep it separate. Warlock is a good theme for me. I love the demonology aspect, as well as affliction. Being able to spread diseases, very unholy knight. So, as you can tell, with Death Knight, with Demon Hunters, with Shadow Priests, I kind of have a type. Oh, is it real? Oh my god. I'm like two peas in the same pod, man. That's freaking awesome. That is freaking hilarious. Oh geez. I try to bring this here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, by the way, since you're here, how does everything sound? Is anything sound too loud? Still adjusting a few things. The difference between how TikTok Live Studio works versus just Streamlabs. I'm liking Streamlabs better so far. I had to do a lot of work to get different stuff for the overlays because they aren't necessarily super partnered with TikTok yet. But yes. Let's see. You loved Affliction? Yeah, like, I like the idea of spreading dots. I love dots. Spread them around and watch people tick through them, and then you can focus on another target. You know, Shadow Priest, one of the most annoying things, though it was super handy, was getting Spirit Tap with them, was you would have to last hit with your Shadow Word Death to be able to get some mana back. And I was always drained on mana, so this was really helpful. And I was like, that's awesome. But then I just was continuously playing a mini game of, okay, let's make sure I'm finding a person that's low enough for me to do that somebody else doesn't try to smite through them. And if there's 2 or 3 priests in the same thing, good luck, you know? That was my only problem with it. It was a fun spec. It looked cool. It felt cool, but it didn't quite have the, like, chef's kiss that, like, Death Knight and Warlock have for me. But that's the big one. Toes for Joe. That's an interesting name, mate. Quest complete. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing, is professions. What's your advice for professions for Death Knights?
Leave no survivor.
I've heard metal, but... Kata, Classic, Blood, DK, Professions. I've never done a profession in WoW, so I don't know. I have no idea. Yep. Strengths and weaknesses, best races, best professions. They say, yeah, blacksmithing lets you add extra socket to your gloves and bracers. As a tank, the static stats are incredibly valuable. Okay, you got me there. Engineering is still one of the best professions in the game and is made even stronger for tanks with an addition to 2 new tinkers. Okay, also great. Mining and blacksmithing. Okay. Leatherworking is another great choice, as there's a new stamina enchantment to the bracers in Cataclysm, and the leatherworking enchant will grant you 155 more stamina. Okay. Single largest primary stat gain you can obtain as a tank, and especially as a tank like Blood Knight, where raw HP is so important due to the number of abilities that scale off max health. So they're saying blacksmithing, engineering, and leatherworking. Yeah, so I guess, like, in comparison, like, Final Fantasy 14, they did it right. They did it right for professions and like for crafters, because crafting was an actual class. Like you chose a class to, like, rather than being a Death Knight, you were a blacksmith. And so you would actually have formulas that you would have to do to level up your stuff and to make the gear. And they did it really cool in a way where, rather than having to create a Death Knight and then create a Ranger and then create a whatever, instead you had one character and you could do all of the professions and level them as you go how you want, and then switch between them. But everything had its own class. Fisherman was a class, which is cool. I loved the concept to it. But no other games really like that, so I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh. That is another game, though, that I would live and die by, is Final Fantasy 14. I just got burnt out from playing it a little too much, that I was like, that's one that needs to go. Here he is.
Your will is not your own. All life must end.
He's so cool. Kind of fangirling, just a little bit. Never got into engineering because he didn't want to take the time to level it. Is it pretty? Are professions hard to level? Like, are they your verses? Do you think they're worth it? Scarlet Ballistas.
The light has abandoned you.
It's a rabbit hole. Oh no. And Scarlet Soldiers. Oh, come here. Donk. Donk.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually doing this wrong. I just realized how this... So what exactly does my boil do? 10 years dealing shadow damage. Okay. Yeah, what you guys gonna do about it? Had a few max professions, but bought most of the items. Yeah, that's the one thing I was wondering, if it was something that needed to, like...
What?
Okay, so... Oh, I need to remember to use these two. So what is the... And this one. Okay, we need to do some rearranging is what we need to do. Now we're feeling a little bit more... That feels better. Can't get spendy. Ooh. Okay, so Blood Boil. Boils the blood of all enemies within 10 yards, dealing damage. Deals additional damage to targets infected with blood. So with either of these.
Where is your light now?
So bam, bam, send it over. Blood Boil. Got it. So that's more of an AoE thing. And then you Blood Strike into that. That's a Blood Rune. Blood Rune, Unholy, and Frost. And Shadow Rune, or Death Runes, not Shadow, Death Runes can be anything, essentially. Is that correct? Or are they only Frost and Unholy? So what we need to do is we need to blow the horn. Aha! Let's see. Where are you?
Come to me, Crusaders. I will.
You're all
remake
around
you.
here. Okay. They say there's ballistas. I don't see no ballistas. Like... Oh, I can just keep going out over this way. Got it. Ah, there's a ballista. Okay. Think I scared you? Oh, there's another one there. Hell yeah. Okay. I want this mount. I know that there's like the other Ice Brood one that you can get that does like the different colors based off of the spec you're in. I thought that was really cool. Just another thing that's very beautiful about Death Knights. Their mounts are phenomenal. Oh, getting attacked from all sides. Oh no. We'll come over here. Okay, there's 10 of those. And we need more of these guys, so we might as well just... There it goes. Devour. Oh! Whoops, didn't know I needed to do that.
It's too far
I wasn't
away.
like running out at all. It just happened to be that I...
Charging.
Om nom noms. Where do we go? Back? This way? McDonald's, thank you.
That spell isn't ready yet.
How do I... E. No, goodbye.
Bow to your masters.
Can't do that. Well, I'm in combat. What? That was weird. Okay. At the edge of Broman Mill, go northwest through the cave. Oh, I do remember that cave. Okay, okay. So it's over here.
Soon you will belong to the Scourge.
Get a throat lozenge, dude. Actually, it is pretty cool. I'm one of those guys that's very typecast. I try very hard not to be, but I just live on the edge. Like, edgy characters are awesome. And I get it, like, D&D, it's hard sometimes. Like, you get too many edgy characters. Like, I get that, but they're still so cool. Like, I like good anti-heroes. I like characters that are either dark or mysterious or have some sort of tragic past thing, some sort of thing that they have learned to overcome, or something that makes them turn to the dark side more, that maybe they're more willing to do the things to get done that they need to get done that others morally are not worth.
I will listen.
I like the depth in that. That's why for me, Superman is the most boring superhero of all time. He does everything. He's invincible. He's super fast. He's super strong. He's super smart. He's super nice. He shoots laser beams. And the only thing that can kill him in this world is a rock, a rare rock from his home planet that nobody knows about except everybody in the world, because it seems to be every bad guy has it. Like, oh, that's right. Okay. Aha. I mean, I get it. Some people love Superman. I think that's great. I just am much darker of a character on that. Deadpool's great for that reason. He's sassy, which is not as dark as I would think, but, you know, like, I like the Green Arrow a lot for those reasons, because he's willing to take the shots he needs to. So do I just have to sit around for 5 minutes while this... Okay, well, while that's happening, let's look up our rotations to figure that out a little bit better. Talent order, what's this one? Highest trainable ranks? Oh, got it. Our next levels, we'd also do Vampiric Blood, Rune Tap, and then Will of the Necropolis. When damaging an attack brings you below 30% of your maximum health, the cooldown on your Rune Tap ability is refreshed. And your next Rune Tap has no cost, and all damage taken is reduced. Dang. Well, Rune Tap converts a Blood Rune into 10% of your maximum health. Okay. I'm starting to get worried about these blood runes, though, because, like, there's only 2. Let's see here. Unleash a powerful strike that heals you, okay, while also dealing 100 weapon damage to an enemy if successful, okay. Blood Strike, damage increased for each disease on the target. Blood Plague, okay. Periodic damage. This one, Heart Strike. Right? Weapon damage plus. No, so it's not that. What actually changes? Whenever you hit with a Death Strike or Obliterate, the Frost and Unholy runes become Death runes. When they activate, Death runes count as a blood. Oh, so they can become blood as well. Good. Okay. So yes, with a Death Strike. So you hit, increasing damage for each additional disease. This one also for each disease. Blood Strike. Okay. And then you can go through your things. So you bam, bam, bam. Use that AoE. And then you go through your regular rotation. Cool. That's one thing, I guess, I didn't put up, which I gotta figure out how to do that, which is the pan for that stuff. Okay. Yeah, doing the hybrid between those is a little interesting. So one of those things is on TikTok, I just put out the subscribe. It's a brand new thing for me on that. And the basic idea of it is those, like, everybody's welcome to the channel. Everybody's welcome to the Discord and to play games. But I'm doing a priority system for it as well. So that way, like, as this grows, plus I actually found some really cool, like, stickers and stuff that I added in that's just like emojis and fun stuff like that. So essentially, people who, if they decide that they want to subscribe, they get into the Discord, they get a special role, that kind of stuff. And then there's going to be some special lives that I do too. So not all my lives, like, I'll do some special lives for those who subscribe, as well as some special videos. as well as like behind the scenes stuff, how I set things up. But not just that, but they also get like some of the backstage. I call it the backstage pass for those who want to see more on like what's it like working backstage at a concert, because that's my work. So I'm going to show some of that stuff as well. But again, all that stuff, like that's not a thing that you guys have to do by any means. It's just one of those that if people want them, it's there. It's a cool thing, and yeah. Otherwise, it's like just come hang out, have fun, join into the Discord so we can play some WoW together, and yeah, talk D&D, talk whatever, you know. We have the other, you know, we have Guild Wars 2, we have Final Fantasy, Phasmophobia, or Dead by Daylight. I just downloaded, what's the other one called? Let's see. Ice Methods are a lot of fun. The Yetis are surprisingly good. Wraiths are great. Oh, Cold Walkers. And Shardalin. Okay, I got one for you, mate. Shardalin Berserkers. Those things have triple attack, but they have a thing that they have to roll a d6 at the beginning of their turn, and if it lands on a 1, I believe, they don't attack. They don't do anything. But they, I mean, it's cool. Light of the dawn uncovered. Is it over here?
The Argent Dawn is finished!
Oh, where is the book?
I'm out of range.
Shardalin, so it's like Char, C-H-A-R-D-Y. So Shard. It's like Shard, but with a C-H. Chardlin Berserkers. And then Cold Light Walkers also can hit pretty hard too. They're a fun one as well because they're like an undead. Okay, where are these
I need
things?
to get closer.
It says while I'm in combat. Okay, so I just gotta come out here and just be smashing. We be smashed.
That ability is brilliant, not
No, that's perfect. Let them feel how they're like, oh, I can deal with the undead, and you're like, not that many, you can't. Here's a good way to deal with that too, is waves. Waves of things. Oop. Oh no. I want that one. That one. Where'd he go? Oh, he's knocking him away, so I can't. There we go. Did I lose all sound? I just lost, like, combat sounds. Strange. Yeah, but she can only fear them once. Right? Cold Light Walker. So here's the thing, you deal with waves. So what you do is you send in waves of, like a first wave of something. No, there is no cantrip that's gonna make her fear. She may have said it's free, as in it's not a spell slot, but definitely not a cantrip, that's for sure. Lord Maxwell. Where'd you go? Okay. Spread all that stuff around. We just gotta start booming. But yeah, so most of the time it's like, so they have their ability that they can use, like their channel divinity is what it's called. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So it's an ability called Channel Divinity, and all clerics get two versions of it. The first one is, it's not Repel, but something undead, which basically all that does is it just makes it so that I am supposed to fight these guys, right? And just keep like pounding on them, I think, based on the counter. But the basics of it is they will turn undead, is what it's called. And it makes them run away for a certain amount of time. But you can also find things that, like, so you send in a wave of something that makes them waste their resources, and then they go, okay, cool. And then you send in a second wave, and now it's the undead or whatever, and so they channel divinity, turn undead. Well, now that's gone, you can send in another wave, or etc., right? Like, you can... What you have to do is learn the psychology of your players in the sense of saying, are these the guys that are going to hold on to their resources for as long as they can and be extra cautious, or are they the kind that go into a fight just like blaze of glory, and they just need, they just need a couple waves before all their resources are gone? Yeah. Yep. Here's another one for you. Oh, yeah, see, that's perfect. Because you send in a wave of something, they're going to be like, cast spell, blah, ha, 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 we win. And then you go, well, actually... And now all of a sudden they're tapped. And you go, oh. Huh. The other thing is I typically... What just happened? Okay, so they stopped. Oh. Okay. Who's this dude? Yay! Love winning. But yeah, so that's the basics of it, is send in a wave of stuff, have them attack it, they're going to spend all the resources, and then you send in the big bad boss, or then you send in a second wave, and now they're tapped, they can't really do much about it. And it's a quick way for them to learn, and they can't blame you for it, saying, well, that's unfair. No, you guys just didn't use your perception to see that more enemies were coming around, or you didn't think, you just wasted your resources, right? Like, there's ways to go about that. Yeah. It happens all the time. Hell, make the undead the ones that they focus on first. Channel divinity. They start to run away. Okay, they deal with it. Great. Then you slam them with the dragon. Right. There's all sorts of ways to go about that. And then also, don't be like I said in the video, don't be afraid to knock somebody down. In fact, try to. And I don't mean like focus on somebody to be like, this person's going down this combat, but rather take advantage of the situation and say, hey, here's this person that keeps getting hit because of their positioning. Now they're going down, Yeah. Let's see here. We're going to break it down based off of cleric. Right? We're going to filter the... She said it's cantrip, right? Looking in here. There's nothing. Yeah. There is nothing that turns undead as a cantrip. There's a spell that's called Toll the Dead, but that one has nothing to do with... Basically, it just deals a D10. Otherwise, or sorry, it deals a D8. Otherwise, if they get hit and have taken damage, like if the enemy has taken damage, it's a D12 instead. Erupts from you in a 5-foot emanation. My lights just flickered. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there's... Do you have D&D Beyond? Yeah, Poltergeist, nice. Cannot detect that target. Ah. Hey, thanks for that. Much appreciated, you guys. Much appreciated. Gort, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, could be. Yeah, so D&D Beyond is it's an app for D&D, but it has all the sourcing to it. I'm gonna show you here in a sec. As soon as he disappears, and I know we're not in a combat, that I know we're... Yeah, so the thing about D&D Beyond is that it is free technically. It's a subscription base to get in all this extra stuff. But then it's like you buy the material if you want the extra things. But the basics of it is if somebody already has the material, they can invite you into a campaign and you get to see all their stuff. But generally speaking, you can still go into game rules and sources and see a lot of that stuff, including spells. In which case, you can look up the classes and see their abilities, to be sure. You're at your computer now? Nice. Yeah, yes. It's really, really handy tool for you to have, even if you don't have a subscription, just to have at the table. I'm assuming you're playing in person, yeah? Or are you playing online? Why am I drinking this one? In person, okay. So, in person... having tools like that at your disposal, so you don't have to have a ton of books, digital is the way to go because of that reason. I want... Okay, blood for 43%. Blood 74, we want that one. Nice. Okay. How to call forth the Death Gate. The Death Gate will return you to our... Yeah, Death Gate! So cool! Whoop. Cool. But yeah, the basics of it is that, let's see here. Hold on a second. I forgot to switch over. Gort had to leave. Got a question. Is D&D on... Okay. This is where it's the question's tough. For me, it is so worth it. I bought all my content on that. And I own majority of the books. And the books on D&D Beyond are like half price to what you would pay for a physical version. So getting the monster manual, the DM guide, all that stuff, so much cheaper. Granted, yes, you can find the information free online. But for me, the biggest thing is that it's all in one place. I create campaigns, players join in and create characters, and I can manage their characters there, including their health and stuff, while we're playing the game, right? That's the big thing. Cruel, what's going on? So that's one of the biggest reasons why I use D&D Beyond, is because everything is there. Whether that's on tablet or laptop or on phone. I mean, it's so worth it on that. But you do have to buy the material. So the sub is only like... It's like $3.99 if you do the regular. I have the master tier subscription, so I have the most flexibility. But again, I get paid to run my games. And that's a big difference. I basically subsidize that off into the players, where they basically, none of them have to buy books, because them paying for my session pays for the subscriptions of things as well as my time and all that. If you can't pay for stuff like that, like, you still get the basics, right? So you still get the SRD versions as well for free, and you can still see the game rules and that stuff there, and anything you don't have, you can still go to Google and type in. Roll20 is entirely free, and you can find all the rules there as well, but you have to buy modules if you're running a specific module on that virtual platform, which if you're not, you don't worry about it. Roll20 has a lot of information there too. So check that one out as well. But I will pull this up just because this is so freaking advantageous for you to kind of see on this. Hey, Crow, what's going on? Looking for teamwork. I love that. Love that. That's exactly what we are here. The whole thing's about building community. That's why it's a gaming community for it. Yeah, let me pull this up for you. Here it comes. If I can. Yeah, okay. You should be able to see it now. So you have all the game rules where you can click into your classes and learn about them. They also have some of the older versions of the classes, other stuff like new addition classes. I'm actually playing this in a campaign right now. But then you can go into like your campaigns, and you have your campaigns of, like, I'm running Icewind Dale, right? Here's all my players and their characters, and I can go in and view and see all their characters' stats and adjust their hit points if I wanted to. And that's one of the big wonderful things about that, is because you can do those things, right? As well as I create all my characters. I have 249 characters. You know, like, so for me it's really worth it because I use it a lot. It's on that side of it. But again, I've had this for a couple years to build up to it. But you still can go through and see the tools and the sources. See, you get the free rules and the basic, all this stuff, that's free. So you can still read through all of this. And then you still have access to classes for all your main classes here. Your PHB classes, you have all of that information. So actually, I do. So part of it is I have a website where I do player courses. I do digital tutoring for DMs, for new players. I have a book that's on Amazon called Dungeon Master Decoded, and it's the top 10 problems that DMs have and how to deal with them. I released a notebook. I haven't edited it up here. That is specifically set up for like players who play in person. It's not just like your typical journal that's just blank pages. It's like prompted questions and characters and NPCs. One of the things that I also do is that I offer different services too. Like I do private events. The weekend getaway is like spending 2 nights in Nashville, coming in and staying at an Airbnb and playing D&D for several days, you know? Like, those are some of the things that I ended up doing because of that. Like, I'd been DMing a lot more at that point. I also do it for corporate. So businesses come in and they say, hey, we're doing a team training and we need to know who's going to be more of a leader, who's going to be, you know, who should we promote towards management, all these things. We're trying to see how they work as a team. And rather than doing your typical icebreaker BS of being like, trust fall, we play a game of D&D where they can see who's going to step up or who might be more timid or quiet. They can see all those things. There's a lot of psychology that goes into D&D, which is why I do the private sessions too, because I also offer like therapy sessions to like, not like professional therapist, but like, hey, you have something going on. Maybe you have stresses at work or you want to figure out why you're in this habit. So it's more like a life coach session. That's the best thing. That's the best way to describe it. It's a life coach for D&D. But yeah. So it's, let's look at this actually right now while we're here, you know? Here's the cleric, right? You see that their hit dice, you see their proficiencies. And what I like about D&D Beyond is it's, boom, it pulls that up for me right there. This is free for you. You don't need a subscription to see this stuff, right? And then you come in, you have subclasses, and they give you the basic subclasses because it's free, right? But you see the core traits, and part of that comes in with level 2 channel divinity turn undead. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol. Each undead creature of your choice within 30 feet must make a wisdom save. And if they fail, it has the frightened and incapacitated conditions for 1 minute. For that duration, if it tries to move as far as from you as it can. Right? So 1 minute is 10 rounds of 6 seconds. So it's 10 rounds, 10 turns, if they fail to save. But this is as a magic action. To use this thing, you regain one of its expended uses when you finish a short rest. So they get 2 of them, and if they use it, it goes down until they do a short rest. If they use both of them, they need a short rest to regain 1. This is their feature. Yeah. It totally happens. And it may be that your players just don't understand. They may see this as a magic action. Oh, so as an action, I can cast this, right? Well, yes, it takes an action to cast it, but there's limited uses. So if you go into your characters, right? And let's do my current one. Here's what I can do. I have my great sword, my weapons. I see what's on my attacks. I see what I can do as actions. I see what things I can cast as bonus actions, or what I can do as a reaction. All of this stuff is here. And then I see what spells I've learned. And if I want to add more spells, I can do that here, and it grays it out if I can't add it anymore, right? So this is why this is beautiful, because for brand new players, this is a very, very simple design, where if we were to go and create a character, they simply come in, choose standard. You can follow through that if you want to, but the basics is they come in, they choose a class, they add it in, they choose their traits, they choose their weapon masteries and any of the stuff that they want to do. Same with background. And choose what ability scores they want bonuses to. And then they can go choose their races that they can choose from. These are all free, right? And then you go to your ability scores, which I recommend standard array for new players. So they always have at least one negative stat. And then they go through equipment, right? I'm going to go back to abilities, and I'm just going to 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. And there it is. Choose the equipment. Bam. What's next? TikTok. We're going to call it the TikTok barb. Right? And then you can view character sheet, and you click that when it's finished. But you do have to go through, there we go, add starting equipment, and you can equip these things as you need to. For some reason, it is not allowing me to do that. I probably have to come through and finish a few things. Intimidation, weapon mastery, let's just choose another one. Right? So that gets us there. That gets that. You'll see, oh, it's because I didn't choose a race. I'll choose a tiefling because I like tieflings. Then we're talking about the devilish races again, right? Bam, Fiendish Legacy, demonic, devilish, outer or super terrestrial. I'm going to do demonic. I'm going to choose my ability modifier for casting. I'll choose charisma. Choose some languages, you know, whatever it is. And then, now I'm set. We now have a sheet. How quick I just did that. Right? You can build that super quick. You can spend a lot of time. But now they know that on their turns, they have spells. They have their actions and bonus actions and reactions. And you have all of their characters right here where you can open up each of their tabs. Bam. You know, bam. Same thing here. All of their stuff's right there for you. And then if you want, you can also come to your sources. And if they say something, you go, about that spell. And you can say, well, it says right here this. So those are handy ways to do that, rather than you with a book going and flipping through all the books and pages. It's right here at your fingertips. So for new DMs, this program, do it. Even if you don't subscribe, okay? Do the free version. You don't have as many options, that's fine. You can still Google whatever race they choose or whatever subclass they chose and find the abilities there. But you still have a majority, like 80% of your stuff here. So yeah. That's the deal with that. And it's so handy. Oop. There it goes. Do I have some? Yeah, no problem, man. I'm happy to help, dude. Like, that's again, that's the whole point of this channel. Audio. Oh, weird. There it goes. Now it's all back. But yeah, man, that's the deal. There's some cool stuff that you can do with that, and makes your life a lot easier, so you can focus on the narrative of the story. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you knowing the rules. While yes, that's important, they need to know the rules too. It's about you being the storyteller. Where do I need to go? I need to go to the portal. To the portal. Oh! Well, hello. To the Scourge. I don't know why, like, all my combat sounds and stuff are all down. That's weird. Okay. Let's, audio. Weird. Music. Master volume. Music. Okay. Effects. Ambiance. Dialogue. I'm gonna re-log real quick. Because that was some funkiness. Okay. Yeah, why do I still not have... Oh, no, he grabbed me. Why do I not have any combat sounds? Splish. 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 Come here. Silly Valkyrie. Tricks are for kids. Does anybody remember that cereal? like actually, like what it tasted like. I actually really used to like that cereal a lot. Okay. We do that. Oh no. Disease. Spread. They're still at such a lower level that me spreading diseases isn't really worth it. Like, they just die before I can do the whole AoE thing. Okay, patchwork. Boop. Yep. Bam. Mm-hmm. God, I'm just healing so much. This is amazing. I love it. Like shapes of fruit, but now as an adult, there are small circles. Maybe it's just... Yes, yeah. Yeah, they were shapes. They were shapes, 100%. You are correct. Hey, it's okay. You will never... Okay, my best and worst... Okay, I used to be a lifeguard for many years. And when I was doing that, somebody asked, like my buddy was like, hey, what's she doing, man? And I said, lifeguarding. And it auto-corrected kitty tarding. KIDDITARDING. This was on a flip phone, on a Nokia brick. Well, Nokia bricks weren't flip phones, but this one was definitely on a Nokia brick. And then I got like the flip phone when like the chocolate razors and stuff came out. I never got the razor just because like it was like or no, what was it? There was the razor, but then there was the BlackBerry that had like the slide, or the chocolate is what it was. The chocolate. Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, kitty tarding. KIDDITARDING. It's not even a word. Like, not even close. And it just was, yep, okay. Did I lose all sound again? I did. This is weird. Speakers. Maybe I'll go to system default. Okay. Oh, I guess I am in combat. Oh, this guy's like much stronger. What's with this one? It's weird. Oh, dog needs outside. I'll get him here in a sec. Okay, on the platform southeast of me is a portal to Stormwind City. Take this letter given to... Okay. Platform southeast. So it's down below, I think. You have to take off care... Thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for hopping in, man. And yeah, let me know how it goes. Like, Heck, if you do any TikTok stuff as well, let me know. I'll follow you there as well as here, you know? We support each other. What's my view, anyways? To Stormwind. I wish Worgen could also be Horde. Alright, guys. Give me 1 second, because the doggo needs outside. I will be right back. Oh, Control S, huh?
What brings you here?
Nice. Cruel. Another cruel? Interesting. Hey, Gort, what you doing, bud? You chilling out today? Whoa, what did I... Oh, right. Oh, sorry. How about Death Knight? Alright. No, it doesn't matter. It's just because... God, he looks so fucking cool. I love these guys so much. Speeding along. I did say we were gonna try and run a dungeon too. I haven't. I don't know if I should. Am I ready for it? I might not be ready for it yet. That's okay. Whoop. Did I miss it? It's this way. Got it. We're gonna hit the level, and then we have a question. Do we go to WoW Hardcore, or do we go to some Throne in Liberty?
Stormwind armies are service to the Alliance. Fare you well. Our struggles are far from over. My open hand will reward my friends, but let my enemies...
It's lower level. Outlands. Okay. Darkmoon Ferry. Outland. I know there's the timey thing, but is that in Cataclassic? I love this. I love this guy so much. He's... God, they look so good. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and exit this. And we're going to move over. Maybe some Throne and Liberty. Let's see how it goes. We just got through the character creation with it. Yay, the badge and all that stuff was good. Awesome. So guys, it is now official that all the stickers and stuff for subscribing on TikTok, it's all there. So if you want to be part of what I essentially called the pack, then that is the name of our TikTok. It's the pack. And you can join in to be one of the pack leaders. You can join in to be one of the scouts or hunters or just one of the people that want to just hang out. You don't have to join anything. Just come and hit follow, and that's totally fine. But if you want some of the extra perks that come with the channel, this stuff is now up. And I'm really excited about that. Like, this is cool. That's right. We don't have a name for these guys yet because they're just Starborn. Okay, so one thing I need to get as well is create a new audio source for this. And that would be our application audio, and add Throne and Liberty.
Who's there?
Cool.
What's that? The sound stopped. Who goes there?
Really? Okay. Hmm. Cannot use spaces. Really? Amric is taken. Okay, let's just try Erebus. Well, damn. Okay. Let's see what else we can find on here. I hate when they're like, you can't use spaces. Okay. I'm trying to Yes. Yep. I think it's Greek, right? No, not Greek. Inuit. Parts of Greenland and Alaska, huh? Hmm.
Hey, it's you! Whoa, are you alright? Did you have that nightmare again? Please, don't feel guilty. The Elder wouldn't want you to feel this way forever. Come on, why don't you go out and get some fresh air? Oh, right. Lottie just left to go to Moonshade Town. You should follow her. I'd love to come with, but running makes my arm hurt. I'll bet Lottie morphed. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to morph too.
Okay.
Ah, that Lottie. She didn't take the map again. Can you take it to her? I drew up the map because she asked for it too.
Trying to remember how I morphed.
Pick up the map on the table. Pick up the map on the table. Pick up the map on the table.
Settings. Add shortcuts.
Pick up the map on the table.
I'm going to I need to find my controls.
Pick up the map on the table.
We're in the Resistance Depot. Okay.
All right, let's get going. Go to those stairs over there, quickly. If you want to catch up to Lottie, you'd better hurry.
Trying to remember how to morph again. That's so cool. Beautiful. Okay.
Today.
Got it. Got it. This is the main menu. Okay.
Aw, I forgot. Adventurer, why are you here? Ah, I was just about to go back and get it. Thanks.
Why are you going to the Moonshade Town?
Oh, I need to repair something in Crescent Town. Since you're here already, do you want to go to the training grounds with me?
Yes.
It's been a while since you've seen some action. I'm
What,
sure
like-
it's nothing too serious or urgent. Besides, today is the day when Gigantrite passes by Wisperian. Wisperian will be full of energy today, so let's take it easy. Why don't you take this chance to try out a different weapon? You can't keep using that broken sword forever. Then we can go to Moonshade Town. What do you say?
I like this. I like it.
Now, let's go.
Be careful, my friend.
Seems
Press
like
the space
me,
bar
if
to
you
jump.
do give
It's
him a
pretty
special
straightforward.
occasion.
Bounce, bounce.
Today's the day where the massive divine beast called Gigantrite comes by.
Oh, I'm surprised to see anyone here today. Want to try out some weapons?
Yeah.
At the training grounds,
You're
you
new
can
to
try
these
out
weapons,
different
right?
weapons
Let
and
me
see
teach
which
you.
one you like best.
Well, I'm sure you already know you can equip up to 2 weapons.
Okay.
Try out different weapons and find a weapon that you like.
Greatsword's already looking pretty cool. Okay, how about sword and shield? I do like tanking. High defense and unique methods of crowd control. Take control of the battlefield by drawing enemies to you, protecting your allies, and pulling or pushing enemies to you. We do like it so far. Okay. Daggers. Stealth, disrupting enemies with poison damage. Okay. Longbow. Not usually a bow user. But if we have 2 weapons, using range could be good. Let's see what we got. Crossbows. Fast movement and relentless pace of attack. They mark enemies so you can unleash a merciless barrage on the weakened foe. Okay. Puts the very elements of creation art at your fingertips that you can unleash explosive magical attacks. Okay. Okay. The wand is a support weapon that helps you heal and buff your allies in addition to ensuring your party's survival. You can cast cursed magic to weaken enemies and maximize the damage dealt by your allies. Okay. Spear. With this powerful area of effect attacks, its resistance to status abnormalities, it becomes even more formidable in chaotic situations. Let's try out the spear. Okay.
We've prepared all kinds of weapons. You may need to carry various kinds to be ready for any situation.
Well, that's great.
We've prepared...
Okay. Equipment menu. Let's... I can't swap weapons. Okay. Your stats change depending on the weapon you have equipped. Oh, okay. Close character window. Learn about skills. Okay. Change weapons, you'll need to reconfigure skills. Open the main menu. Skills. With the defense skill, each weapon activates... Okay, on defending against an enemy's fury attack with the defense skill, each weapon activates a special effect. When triggered, active skills can attack enemies or provide other effects for you and your party. And equipped passive skills are always applied, allowing you to change your combat style based on your selections. Skills added to quick slots can be used in combat. Okay. Move quick skills, you drag them down, great. And awesome. So we just follow in line for what we have. Defends against enemy attacks. On defending against a fury attack while stationary, it deals base damage. It changes to Whirling Ward. On defending against a fury attack with critical damage, okay. Wrath attacks can't be defended. Use with directional buttons to defend against attacks while moving the designated direction. Upon defending against a fury or wrath attack, patient block changes to Impaling Impact. Evades ranged and magic projectiles for 2 seconds and deals counterattack damage equal to 85% of the base damage. Impaling Impact deals 130%. Okay. And Weaken Brand for them. To Ice Skill with a weakening effect that decreases movement speed. Changes to Lightning Pick. Wrath attacks can't be defended. So Lightning Pick, a lightning skill, deals base. Okay. A fire skill. Let's try this one first. Each attack deals and applies Weaken Burst at 5 burst stacks. Damage increases. And you gain the ability to use Spiral Slash. You spin it and attack the target and any targets within range 2 times. And applies Weaken Burst again. Burst lasts for 9 seconds. Each stack decreases all CC resistances and stacks up to 5 times and does not reset. Okay. Gale Rush. Dashes forward the designated target, applying Weaken Burst. If the target is affected by blind, collision, fear, sleep, or stun, effects are weakened by the user, the skill can be used up to 2 additional times within 3 seconds. Wow. Attack speed increases. Stacking up to 3 times cannot be reused. Use Gale Rush on a party member to go to them, swing the spear, and deal base damage to enemies within range. Chance to stun them. So that's pretty defensive. Cool. And then Javelin Surge, throw a spear. Hit targets. Damage increases by 15% for every 1 meter of distance, so more distance is more damage. Has a 90% chance to brand the target. And when attacking a brand target, the skill damage boost increases. Abyssal Cleave strikes down with a spear at the target, dealing base damage enemies within range, 80% chance to stun targets. Okay, so we get a stun. So let's try... Oh, okay, so not a lot of range. That one is...
Oh, you like that weapon? It fits you. Not bad.
Some long cooldowns on it. Okay.
Shall we go to Moonshade Town?
Not yet. back in. Okay, so far, alright. Let's change it up a second. Ooh, more. Swim. An otter. I guess I'm an otter right now. Okay, let's, what else do we want to go to? Okay. Deals base damage, 21 target, defending fury attacks with shield survival technique before using retaliatory strike, increases retaliatory strike damage. Okay. Weakens the target, chance to decrease magic, melee and ranged hit. Shield strikes melee heavy attack chance. Each successful counterattack with counter buried decreases shield strikes cooldown. Increases shield block chance. Evading shield blocking or blocking with defense skill. Attack range 4.5 times the magic range. Activates a counterattack that deals counterattack damage. Okay. Okay. Auto lock ground directional. Okay. Okay, not quite feeling that as much. What if we added daggers to it? Attacks at target 3 times, damaging all nearby enemies. Each attack deals base damage. The number of attacks increases up to 4 times. Okay. Moves behind the target, deals base damage. Has to bind target. Coats the daggers with the poison. To apply weaken poison. Poison damage is base damage. Okay. Each. Use the skill again within 9 seconds after. Both hands dealing base damage. The main hand then dealing additional. Strikes the target, dealing critical damage. Increases critical damage. Removes thunder. Okay. Okay, that feels a lot more smooth. I might do that. But then I don't also have any range. I mean, I got... It's a very assassin build, which is cool. I don't have any range, so what if we applies Weaken Curse, which deals 25% of base damage over 9 seconds of base damage on the target per stack. Stats the creature using the skill on the target. Okay. Any remaining burning curse or poison damage over time applied by the user increases by 1 touch of despair status. A heal. I do like the curse idea. Why is it cooling down so long? Jeez. Okay. That one's okay. It gives us a little bit, but... Guess we can try. Okay. There was the bow. I didn't necessarily like that, though. Just go like a full fang build with it. I like the daggers better so far. Okay.
To Moonshade Town. Can you open the gate?
Sure, Lottie. You'll have a good view of Wisperian on the way too.
Have we spent too much time? Should we hurry?
Whenever Gigantrite visits Wisperian, the town buzzes with excitement and energy. During such an event, you and Lottie left Wisperian's fortress to visit Moonshade Town.
Let's go and check it out. I'll go over first. Follow
And
me with
remember,
your
we're
baton
doing
and
this because
grappling
we got
hook.
invited to a guild for this, so I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out. I don't really know how this game's going to play out, but it's nice to have options on that, you know?
Climb over with the grappling
Interact
hook.
with Pythons by pressing F. Okay.
The watchtower was destroyed by an attack. Although the path was now blocked, you and Lottie made use of the piton and your grappling hooks to continue onward.
It looks like the cart was destroyed by artillery.
Who could be attacking? Oh no! I see a lot of black Mitrans. Let's take care of this quickly. They need to take down. Watch their movements carefully. Look for an opening for a attack. Who could have done something so horrible? They used the pulley to reach the town in no time. Who could have done something so horrible? We used the pulley to reach the town in no time. Let's use the pulley to reach Moonshade Town. We're almost there! We're almost there!
Definitely need to change how like how the aiming is.
This can't be happening. The pulley lift just broke. We can't get... This lift would let us cross Wisperian to get to Moonshade Town. It's the only way to get there without... This is bad. Vermetz is here. Maybe he has an idea. I will try to find a way. You go ahead and take care of the injured.
What's going on, Hope? Welcome in.
Vermetz!
I'm chilling out, trying out Throne Liberty. We got an invite to a guild. Don't know really much about the game, but saw it online. Looked pretty cool. Alright.
Thank you. Wisperian was hit too.
Welcome. So what does
Can
this
you
one
check
do?
it out?
Again, just the moves behind the target to deal the base damage. Has a 52% chance to bind the target. So we got to stun and apply a silence poison. So stun and silence. Throw a spear to do damage. This one is also a stun, so we can stun with this guy, dash, throw a spear, dash in, stun, and silence. Momentarily increases critical by 20%. And then this is our finisher, is this guy. So 2 there. Oh, that one's the poison. This one is a stabbing attack with both hands dealing base damage, so extra damage. Okay. To all following attacks. Oh, for our main. Got it. So I think we do that. Yeah. Looks so surprised she didn't respond.
The Black Mitrans that appeared on your way to Wisperian. While Wisperian was still intact, a broken pulley lift prevented you from reaching Moonshade Town. Suddenly, a mysterious being bathed in light appeared and led you to the top of the great tree.
Okay. Well, Eagle Morph. Okay. I feel like I'm playing Animorphs at this point. I love all these different. Need it. Plus, also a Raven. Morgan's actually really cool too. Hiding there by pressing the space button.
Kyra! Clay! There's still people in the town!
Not good! We need to rescue them! Hurry!
We can't, Kyra. It's too risky to move our troops now.
destroyed. Reinforcements can't reach us.
Is there some way? Oh, someone's coming.
What? Did we just disconnect? Weird.
How did you get here? I thought we were moving. I don't really understand what you're saying. But if you got here with the glide morph, you... Oh, I see. You escaped with me. I'm glad to see you're safe. Thank you. Captain Kyra and I... Please be careful. When this...
After arriving on top of the great...
There's the Archaea! They recruited all the warriors!
I opened up a path for you. Now go!
Oh, okay.
Take Wisperian star fragments to capture all who bear the power of the stars. With this, Kazar will have to recognize Zaroff.
I'd actually have to switch these around so daggers are in front.
I've got this!
Just because of the control skills on that.
Spear of Fury!
So let's actually do that real quick. Oh, I can just move these around all day that I want to, huh? So maybe what I do is... Yeah, so we're gonna go... Settings. Target. Okay. Strike the target. Let's try that. there's that.
I'll clear the way here as well. Please stand aside. Spear of Fury.
What's 3 do?
This is too much! Watch out! King Bert is a powerful foe, created from dark magic.
Oh. So why couldn't I...
Use the right defense skill against King Bert's Fury attack!
Oh, what? What's this roll you're talking about? Okay. So I'm a little clunky on the skills. I may need to like look at a guide on like good rotation and stuff for it.
His eye is his weakness!
Hey!
This is the power of a rampaging star fragment.
I'm
sorry, child.
Children, this way!
How
Hey,
cool.
wake up! That's strange. I wasn't told about any serious injuries. Hey, are you awake? Do you recognize me? Oh, nice. You wait here. I'll call the healer now.
We lost everything here 10 years ago. Now challenges the might of the Archean Legion. Starborn bravery and determination, forged in Celestial.
I think we're gonna call it here on this. It's fun. I need to look up some builds though and some skill combos for this stuff, for sure. Yeah. Alright guys, it has been fun tonight. I'll be on tomorrow. We'll be hanging out. We'll be having some fun, so be sure to tune in for it. If you guys want, please follow me over on the Purple app, the Grim_Gaming. You can find me there. You can find me here on TikTok. However, your platform, whatever is easiest for you, I want to make sure that you have a place to be able to find me. So with that, you can find me on either of those. Please make sure to hit the follow button for me. I am almost 10 people away from becoming affiliate with Twitch, where we can do more for you guys and build into the community. It just opens up a lot more opportunities for me as well, and I'd super appreciate that. If you guys have also the Purple app, shoot me a message. Let me know. I'll follow you guys over there as well, because I want to support you guys too. So I want to cheer you guys on when you guys are going live as well. So yeah, let's go have fun, right? With that, you guys have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow, okay?